Okay, everybody, by the looks of it, we do have a tornado on the ground, a very large cone tornado on the ground. I cannot get WSV3 started. This is the official part 2 live stream of today's moderate risk. They were actually considering posting a high risk. Now, WSV3 will not open at all for me. I know what to do. It's going to be very quick. I'm going to have to do this the hard way here. So I will get y'all the latest update. Now there is a tornado on the ground. The correlation coefficient is quite deep here. Um, so this very much could be a significant tornado on the ground. With this correlation coefficient, there is multiple reports of a tornado via law enforcement, and there also is some actual visual reports. Um, this is a significant tornado possibly on the ground right now. And if you know any of your family here, I'll put it up shortly as fast as I can here. This is a tornado on the ground right now. So take shelter now. I cannot get this up. I literally cannot get this up. It's okay. I found it. I found it. I found it. End task. End task. End task. End task. Alright. I don't know if I can get this. Sure, I'm just spamming end task and it won't end. Gosh, dude. Large cone on the ground. And I can't even get WSV3 up. I got it. A large cone tornado is on the ground as we speak. Please listen here, guys. This is significant. This is a large and extremely dangerous cone on the ground. They have not issued a PDS tornado warning or a tornado emergency. That doesn't mean anything. It's still a significant tornado on the ground as we speak. Take your tornado precautions if you're in the area. I'll get the locations pulled up. Moderate risk was expanded a little bit. I don't know if it's still on the ground. I don't have any visual stuff right now. I mean, WSV3 is having a fit. And there we go. There's a tornado warning. I wouldn't be. What the hell? I would not be surprised if they did issue a observed, as this thing was on the ground earlier. This thing was confirmed. This thing is extremely dangerous. And we have confirmation that it was on. It might still be on the ground. We don't know that for sure, though. I mean, based off of literally everything we got, this thing, yeah, this thing is still on the ground. Anybody, okay, Cypress, shelters now. If you're in Cypress, Texas, get to your shelters immediately. Get to your shelters immediately. Large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground as we speak. Anywhere near Cyprus, get to your shelters right now. This is extremely dangerous. Highway 99, I think it is. Get to your shelters now. Get to your shelters now. The couplet may not look big, but the tornado debris signature is there. It is right there. This thing is extremely large. This thing is extremely dangerous. You are not hiding from this tornado. You have to get underground or in a safe spot immediately. You have to be underground or you have to be in a safe spot. This tornado is extremely dangerous and may be long tracked. Please get in your safe spot if you're in Cyprus. If you're in Cyprus, you need to be getting to your safe spot. You will not survive this if you're not in a safe spot. Or, okay, so if you're in a mobile home and you have time, evacuate it. But at this time, do not. Just get to your safe spot. This thing is extremely large and extremely dangerous. There's a large cone on the ground, and this thing potentially is still going here. The couplet still stands a little bit. Only good thing here is, it's not a blue ball like it was. It is like it's the correlation coefficient isn't as deep. It's still bad in the middle, but I mean the debris is probably scattering. And if you just look over here, I mean this thing hit these structures most likely now. It hit like this. Um, it went potentially straight through this building. I mean, just basing this off of what we see on correlation coefficient, it unfortunately went right through that building. Um, and the couplet is still ongoing. So is the potential tornado. All right, there is images. Okay, yeah. So that's a larger debris ball. This is heading straight for a subdivision. Please be getting into your shelters. Please be getting into your shelters. This is a large, extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. It is a cone tornado. You are not hiding from this. You need to get to the lowest floor on the sturdiest structure and away from windows in an interior room. With this is going to happen all day today, so we need to be getting in our safe spots. This thing is on the ground. Um, and it potentially still is near Cyprus. So if you're in Cyprus, get to your shelters. It's to the point where, yeah, this couplet is still going, and this is the scary part, is because it is bad. Next scan, okay, looking better. I mean, the debris isn't as bad. Uh, it potentially still is on the ground, possibly, but that just went straight through a subdivision potentially, and there's the rotational couplet. Um, this thing is probably on the ground, and we don't even know it. Well, we didn't know it for a little bit. We didn't know it, and now it's already caused its damage. We did know this. We did know this was on the ground though, moments before this thing even got close to this subdivision here. Unfortunately, it does look like it could potentially still be on the ground, but not as large, maybe not hitting as much debris. Okay, this thing has dissipated. Rotation has not fully dissipated. I mean, on the next scan, I mean, based off of what we're looking at, this thing we just base it off of this here. Um, yeah, that might have been what we were seeing the debris from. That might have been this little structure right here. This is probably what we were seeing the debris from. Unfortunately, that looks like maybe a plant, a factory. That might even be houses right there, because it looks like that's what we saw the debris from. Like all of this. This is not good. This means that there was damage. I mean, we know there was, but I wish it was just trees or something. But based off what I'm seeing, that is not the case. That was a large tornado that touched down here. Um, I mean, that tornado was significant. This tornado was okay. Now we have a extension to this tornado warning. It is not observed. It is still radar indicated. Or was that an extension? Pretty sure that was. I mean, this thing is crazy. I mean, I haven't seen a tornado outbreak this significant this early. And there's still an area for rotation over here. Now, if you're anywhere within this safe spot, within this tornado warning, get to your safe spot. I've been under the same thing. I've been under a tornado warning similar to this. It wasn't picking up debris, but it had the exact same look to it, and I got to my safe spot, and it missed me. But it did. This was at night, and this did produce a EF1 tornado. Hopefully, this was just trees being lifted up into the air. Hopefully, this was just you know, barns getting lifted up in the air. Hopefully, it's no major damage to houses or anything. Hopefully it's just trees. But by the looks of it, this thing could be pretty damaging. And it looks like my friend just got a tornado, or not my friend, but somebody here just got a tornado warning. They live in Tomball. Okay. And there's lots of clearing. This is not good. Once again, or not really once again, but this means clearing is the worst thing that could ever happen to these storms. It fuels them. It causes more instability because of the sun. Um, Looks like satellite imagery is not working for me today. But there's a lot of clearing, and I mean, this is one of the most uh, significant weather events I've seen in a while. Uh, like National Weather Service wise, where there's this much like um there's so much like instability from all this clearing. Um, there's going to be a lot of storms potentially with significant long track tornadoes, and that's not even my words. That's the National Weather Service's words, and when you hear that from the National Weather Service, that probably means they're right. And this day has been verifying. So far, even this day has been verifying a lot. With the early part one, I was streaming it when we had a lot of tornado warnings. Two tornadoes actually touched down during that live stream, and I was streaming it. I started around 5, tracking water spouts, and then it kept going. The storms popped off in Louisiana, and now we're looking at eastern Texas for a lot of this significant tornado risk. We just had a tornado that went through some rural areas, and now Tomball in Texas. Go ahead and be taking your shelters. And I say Oak Ridge North and Spring. Be on the lookout to be under a tornado warning soon if this rotation stays the same or increases. because this could mean like we have just um. It was not this far out from the National Weather Service that there would be tornadoes this far out into Texas, like very north of Houston, actually in the county that Houston is in. So this just missed Houston, and or it might have actually hit small areas. Um, I mean, look at this, guys. This is the day one categorical outlook. This is what they mainly look for. Um, and this is in a slight, well, this is in a marginal and a slight risk. So, yeah, this is gonna be uh pretty crazy. Cause okay, now that there we go, it is now an observed tornado warning, like 10 minutes late. So there we go. That is now confirmed for Tomball, Texas. Uh, be taking your shelters if you're there. This thing is capable of producing another tornado. Um, so this thing also is now only moving into the slight risk. So that means anywhere in the marginal risk could even have significant tornadoes. I'm not saying this tornado was significant, but it definitely was um, a very confirmed tornado. It was definitely there on the ground from people on the ground there and from radar. And this is not radar confirmed. This is actually, you know, observed in real life. That's from the National Weather Service right there. Uh, it says it right there, tornado observed. So it was seen earlier. It might just be a little bit late to send out. Um, it was pretty late, but we still could be getting a tornado out of this soon if it can ramp back up. And the source, yeah, if you go ahead and look, it says hazard, damaging tornado and quarter-sized hail, source, public confirmed tornado. So they were fast on that, but it was a little late. Probably just verifying the reports there. But I started a live stream as soon as it was a confirmed tornado warning, and now we're going to be live until I have to go, probably around 8. Um, but this is not on the ground currently. This is um, you know, this is no longer on the ground. This thing might try to come back on the ground. I don't think it will reach the ground, but if it does, it won't be as strong, or it will be as strong, but it probably will have a deeper correlation coefficient because it's now moving into populated areas and stuff. And this one expires in less than 30 minutes. Yeah, and there's multiple images near Katy, Texas, of this tornado. It was a large um, funnel. I mean, if we do get another tornado out of this, it won't be as strong, and it's definitely trying right here to produce something. I mean, it definitely could. It definitely could produce something here. Yeah, this thing was on the ground at some point, and now it's trying to do it again with that little couplet forming. But yeah, so this is our, I think, first Texas tornado today that was confirmed. I mean, that might be a couplet, guys. Um, this is extreme. There's somebody in the weather lobby that is in Tomball, Texas, and they are now under a warning. Um, they're under a tornado warning. They are right here. The storm and the potential tornadoes are right there. Let me go ahead and put my signature up here. Crap, dude, I can't make a hook echo for my life. Okay, so this thing is interesting. I'm gonna take a break. Okay, I'm back. I've gone for what, 10 minutes? Um, so we got multiple tornado reports in. I'm gonna be taking a lot of breaks today. Um, this thing was confirmed at one point, but it's gone. But now more rotations trying to form right here and right here. Not right there. Oops. Um, just be on this line, and the main part is right here. This is the main part. That's the part of rotation that actually could produce a tornado if it gets just a little bit worse. It probably won't at the moment though, but it probably will later. For the next maybe 5 to 10 minutes, it could probably show signs of like good tornado, uh, like visual signs. Yep. So video earlier in Katy of the confirmed tornado, debris lofted in the air. Yep. So we got confirmation that debris were lofted in the air. Um, that's just what that short tornado was. Now this won't you know um mostly cause anything at the moment. It will though soon. That's the thing that I'm looking out for. Clearing in Vicksburg, Mississippi. That's bad. Clearing is bad. And we have clearing. I mean, this thing is significant. This thing is definitely gonna drop. But this is the time. This is the peak time right here. This is when these tornadoes are gonna be at their highest. This is significant. And the bad thing about it is, um, there's really no fail modes. They're slowly disappearing. Today is going to be dangerous, and we're heading into the peak convection time. That just means that all these storms are about to start. Now, the clearing is not good. That means there's going to be more instability. We've been tracking this since 5 a.m. It's almost 12 hours later, and this thing is still going. Okay. Well, this is not good. Um, this is not going to be good. We go back to the severe thunderstorm warnings, and there's severe thunderstorm warnings if they would actually load. So, yeah. And the tornado warning was extended. Today's not looking good. You saw earlier we had that storm initiation over here this morning at about 6 o'clock, and it's happening again. This is wave 2. These are all coming from Louisiana. These are definitely going to produce some tornadoes. This is wave 2 here. All of these here in Louisiana have the chance of producing a tornado. And I'm looking at this one near Leesville. I'm going to stare at this one pretty good. I mean, it already has the chance of potentially producing a tornado. We can just get some spin. There's a downburst at the Houston airport radar. That's not good. Um, yep, that's a downburst over here. This is the downburst. Things hitting the radar. That's not good. And there goes my WSV3 map. How does this happen? Got to restart WSV3. Today's not looking good. A lot of storm chasers, a lot of meteorologists have already said this. Today is going to be a bad day. A lot of tornadoes.